This video is for the frustrated guitar student who's thinking about quitting. Look, we all know learning how to play an instrument is not an easy task, not for anybody. It's something that takes a lifetime worth of work. I still work at it. Any guitar player will tell you, or any musician will tell you, that this is something you work on for the rest of your life. As a teacher, I have come to realize there are four main reasons why students decide to quit guitar. I'm going to cover them in this video, and hopefully those four reasons, once you realize what they are, they'll make you not want to quit playing guitar and continue moving forward, or they will help you come to realize that perhaps quitting guitar is the right decision for you. It's okay to have tried learning how to play and decided that it's not for you. Let's get into the four reasons why I think most people wind up quitting guitar. I'm going to start with a quick story, and I'll promise I'll make this story quick. Several years ago, when the game Guitar Hero came onto the scene and was like the big thing, I remember all my little nieces and nephews got Guitar Hero, and they all like played it constantly, and they got really, really good at it. Okay, they were playing Guns N' Roses and Metallica and all kinds of, crazy stuff on this Guitar Hero game. And that year, for Christmas, all of them decided they wanted guitars. They were going to learn how to play the guitar because they were all good at it, right? They were great at the game. Playing guitar was going to be a piece of cake. So 3 or 4 of my nieces and nephews all got guitars that year for Christmas, and Uncle Frank was going to come there and give them the first little taste of how to play, right? The first lesson. And I remember one by one, as they would all sit there with their new guitars, and I would start showing them the very basics, how to fret a note, how to play a note. It was sad, but I can slowly see their eager little faces like fall into despair when they came to the realization that this was not going to be anything like playing Guitar Hero. If you wanted to learn how to play the guitar well, you had to mean business. Okay? So, needless to say, none of them really decided to pursue learning how to play the guitar. And this brings me to my first reason that I think many students decide to quit guitar, and that is they started playing for the wrong reason. Okay? They didn't have the right reason to begin with. They might have started because they thought it was cool. They thought they were going to, become popular or maybe become a famous musician. They were starting for all of the vanity reasons that a lot of people kind of assign to playing an instrument, right? They're going to be like the cool kid who comes to the party and with a guitar and goes home with all the girls. Or if you're the girl, goes home with all the guys. Or if you're the guy who goes home with the other guys, whatever it is. You get my point. You're going to be the cool kid. You want to play the instrument because you think that it is a cool thing to do. And it is a cool thing to do, but it's not going to be enough to make you stick through what it takes to get good at the instrument. And if you start for the wrong reasons, you might not even know what good is, right? If you're not into music and you're not into wanting to play music, what is your goalpost, right? You're kind of just floundering around. It's like going to the gym to get in shape, but you don't even really know why you want to be in shape. You're just going there and thinking it's going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy, right? So I think that a lot of people, they just started for the wrong reasons, and in learning how to play, they quickly realize, I really, really don't want this. And that's probably the easiest thing, is because you could just kind of decide right then and there, okay, I didn't really want to learn how to play guitar. I thought I did, but now I know I didn't. So you could just eliminate that variable. You can stop learning how to play and get on with your life, and you learn something about yourself. And maybe this will help you make a better decision in the future when you want to take on another hobby. Right? Cool. Reason number 2. Now, this is for the student who wants to learn how to play, right? For the right reasons, hopefully. And they want it so bad that their expectation about what they can accomplish in X period of time is unrealistic, okay? So they're impatient or unrealistic about what they could accomplish in what set period of time, okay? There's a saying, something to the effect that people overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they could do in 10. Now, I'm not saying you have to be playing 10 years to get good, but you can plug in any number. You know, people overestimate what they could do in a day, but they underestimate what they could do in a week. Or you can use any analogy you want, a week and a month and a year. In other words, if you have realistic expectations, you could enjoy the journey and the process of learning instead of looking at your progress in a very granular way. It's like if you start a diet, you don't want to weigh yourself every day, right? Because there's going to be periods of ups and downs. You have to look at the bigger, broader picture, right? You have to be consistent and set realistic goals over a longer period of time. Patience. Be patient when you're learning how to play the guitar. Reason number 3. I struggled with this one. I didn't struggle with number 2 about being impatient because I loved it so much. I practiced. I was fortunate enough to kind of make improvements quickly, but because I worked hard at it, not because I'm special. I worked hard at it, and I really liked it. Anyway, number 3. They're too worried about being good, and or they're comparing themselves to others. And there's another saying that something to the effect of comparison is the thief of joy, right? You look on Instagram and you look at somebody maybe who's the same age as you and they have a big house and fancy car and they're on these fancy vacations, and you look at what they have or what they're showing that they have, and instantly you feel badly about yourself, right? Same thing could hold true on an instrument. You watch other people play and they're either better than you or you think that they're better than you because of your own insecurities, and suddenly you feel what you're doing isn't good enough and you're just not happy in your own skin, and it can make you not want to play anymore. I struggled with that, okay? And I still have to fight it off sometimes. It's just human nature, okay? So just be aware of it. And if you find that's eating away at you, look it in the face and acknowledge it. That's not a reason to quit. That's just a reason to get your perspective back in line. And look, some people are just going to be better at some things than others, right? Not everybody's Michael Jordan, okay? Not everybody's Eddie Van Halen. Be on your own journey. Be about it. Take pride in your unique voice on the instrument and take pride in the joy of improving at something. Because I can tell you one thing, the only thing that's going to get you better on guitar is your own effort that you put in, and nobody can take that from you. Number 4, and this kind of links back to number 1, is they don't know their why. Okay? Now you can use this, they don't know their why, for anything, right? People use it when they're talking about setting life goals and starting a business. What's your why? What's your mission statement as a player? And I think that I find that for most people, if they don't truly have a love of music, they're never going to embrace what it takes to learn to play the guitar well, okay? Some people have a love of music and they just don't have a natural aptitude for playing. And that's okay, but because if they have the why and they love music enough, even if they come to the realization that they might not have a natural aptitude for playing and they might never be as good as they want to be, I know that sounds tough, but it's true, they can still continue on their journey and get a lot of enjoyment out of learning how to play and out of practicing the guitar, because it's about the music, but it's not just about the music. It's about the mindset and the discipline of what it takes to learn how to get good at an instrument, okay? So your why. If you find yourself saying, you know what, I don't really even enjoy music, Why am I even trying to learn this thing? Do I just love guitars? Maybe I like the way guitars look. Maybe I like the smell of guitars and just I think guitars are cool. That's great. But that might not be enough to get you to do the things that are necessary to become a competent guitarist. And if that's your scenario, then maybe it's okay to quit, right? Know your why, and that is specific to each and every person. Only you could know what that is. And there's been periods of my life where I've felt like I didn't know what my why was. And even now, sometimes I struggle with boredom in playing. And you have to just always come back to remembering why it is you play. And if you do that, I think you will stick to it and you'll be a guitar student and you'll be a lover of learning the instrument for a long time. Okay, this video, I know it's probably a little bit haphazard, but I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you will stick to playing guitar, and I hope you will keep improving at the guitar. I'm Frank Persico. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.